Hi, and welcome to Drums and Sounding Cymbals. My name is Guy D'Angelo, and this video is about what you can expect from our lessons. I give lessons in three basic areas. One is I give basic lessons. I also give lessons to advanced, to professional players, and I give lessons in a way that I call breakaway lessons. And this particular video is for understanding what you can expect from basic lessons. So with basic lessons, you can expect a friendly teacher, a very friendly teacher, and an in-depth teacher. I have a high level of sensitivity, so when you're taking lessons, when we're in a lesson together, you can expect that I'm paying a lot of attention to what your needs are. I'm paying attention, as long as we've had some lessons together, I'm paying attention to where we've been, I'm paying attention to where we're going, and I'm paying attention to where you are. And I'm very intuitive to understand if I'm giving you enough, if I'm not giving you enough, and at the same time, I'm very open. So you're more than welcome to say, hey, I'm not challenged enough, or you're over challenging me, and we'll deal with it. So I'm going to start with some history here. And in regards to that, if you come into lessons and you have been studying with someone else and you've used some of their books, I've got a stack of books here that I have used over the years. So chances are I have been involved in what you're doing. So a lot of times students will come and have come and they've been working with an instructor with a particular book, and I won't ask them to stop using that if that's what they're in the middle of. We'll just pick up in that book, and I'm very confident that I could go ahead and jump right into that. I'm a quick learner. I'm a very quick study. We could jump right into the book that you're using and use that, or we could switch out. I'm going to explain something in a second here. But when I was growing up and getting involved in playing drums, I was just always interested in learning. I stayed in learning and playing for a very long time. Very big in what Joe Casadas was doing. He was, moving around the drum set. I'm very big into, when it comes to understanding technique, learning how to use your hands, your feet, your body, how we're hinged, where your pressure points are, and how we can move those pressure points around, or tension points, I should say, where your tension points are and how we can move those around to stay fluid and get built up so that we can have endurance. And again, here's just a whole line of books, studio and big band drumming. I've superimposed over top of different lines from syncopation over and over again, used the thing, standing on my head each and every way. I've used, all kinds of books, ostinatos, Latin, African, American, jazz, the standard NARD lessons for people that are interested in that kind of thing, and just on and on and on. Four-way coordination, more Joe Casadas, here's some African-Cuban stuff, and of course, Jim Chapin. Had opportunity to speak to Jim Chapin, very interesting individual. Work off of different charts, stick spinning, another big band, advanced funk, Rick Latham. I can't say enough about Rick's studies. He gave me opportunity to talk to him and convinced me that writing my own books and selling them myself was a good idea. So just a whole stack of different books here, different charts. Gary Chester, just, a whole Latin music, the number system for Nashville, double bass stuff, all kinds of things. And so I did that for decades. And I guess it was about 2002, 2003 or so, I started to write my own books. So these are a combination of what I got from all these other books, not in totality, but in part. So there's a whole variety of books here, which you will find on the website. These come with audio, but they also come for free if it is something that you choose to use in lessons with me. So if any of these are a benefit to you and we're taking private lessons together, you get any of these for free. I also use the Finale program. So if you're doing something and you need something worked out, for a school project or something like that, we can work together at that and we can finalize it. I can write it up on Finale and then I can send you a copy of that. There's just a whole lot of ways that we can do that. You can send me copies of your music that you're using. A lot of times after people get going and they're involved in school or whatever, they'll need to work on their school song, and a lot of that is a pleasure for me to go over. So I never give up the position of coach or teacher, which is to say that although I'm very willing to make sure that you're doing things that you want to do, there is a need to really learn how to play. And I make sure that happens. Even if I have to sneak it in a little bit here and there, it definitely happens. You can go to Drums and Sounding Cymbals, and you can see a whole lot of different recommendations on the front page there if you're interested in seeing that. I do want to say that I don't teach everyone. I just don't teach everyone. I'm interested in family-friendly type of things, and I used to teach anybody and everybody. And I love anybody and everybody, but I'm not interested in teaching every single thing. So we can have a one-on-one conversation and make sure that we're a good pair for each other. And relationship is really cool. You know, I'm not saying that we have to be best buddies, but something that's really cool is, you know, some of my students from years ago still contact me on my birthday. You know, around the holidays, once in a while, they'll contact me and say, you know, I'm a little stumped on this or that. Can you help me out with the song? And I'm happy to do those things. So let's see if I'm making sure that I'm taking care of everything. So the lessons are based on your interest. And, you know, interest can be a variety of things. So interest can be for a young person that's just getting started. Interests are, you know, what's in the future? How does all this work? And that's a wonderful place to be. So I'm more than happy to start anyone very young. You know, I've started people as young as 4 years old that other teachers wouldn't take, and their parents were thrilled. We sat on the floor every now and then ripping up pieces of paper so that we could get a really good idea of the subdivision of notes and things like that. He went on to do great things. I don't say who my students were because they're all private and I wouldn't do that in public, but had a great time. So young is not a problem. Let's see. We talked about the books. Some of the benefits of taking online lessons is you don't have to travel. That is a great thing for a lot of students. It's good for me too, you know. That way, very rarely is anybody late. You know, because all you have to do is sit down and be in front of your camera and your computer, and we're ready to go. So one of the things of the benefits of online lessons is, in a lot of cases, if you like, the lessons can be recorded, and if you choose, they can be emailed back to you, and you can review them again. So whether you're in high school, a home band, or if you're someone that's been involved in music and wants to get started again, or if you're older and you just want to get started, that's totally fine. That's totally fine. Everybody's equal. We're all on equal footing here. You know, I tell a lot of my students, which is to say that if you're extremely studied the way that I am, or if you just like to go into the middle of the woods and beat on a tree and you can make it feel good, it's all equal. It's all good. And it is. And then again, if what you want to do is go deep and understand polyrhythms, different styles of music, I'd be happy to help you with that. And so things like policies, scheduling, makeup lessons, and your online setup, things like that, they'll all be handled if you contact me. So I will let you know about the policies. If you have any trouble figuring out how to get your online set up for taking online lessons, I'd be happy to walk you through that. I have a video that I can send out to you. If the video is easy enough to understand, and it usually is, it's there for you, and you can just pick and choose which settings to set, make sure that everything's looking clear, and make sure that the audio is nice and clear. And if you struggle with that, I'm happy to walk you through. Just do it on a phone call. It's just totally fine. Something else that you will go ahead and that you'll receive from lessons online are camera angles. So this is the camera angle that I call my hello camera angle. This is one where I talk to people. But we have this one over here as well, where you can get a very good view of the drum set from behind me. And then we have this one here, where you get a good view of what's going on down below with my feet. And then you have another view of the full drum set from the front. So I think that's basically it. Oh, so something that's very important. If you've seen any of my other videos in regards to lessons, the lesson programs that I have, you'll know that feeling what you're doing is really super important. I do not leave out feeling what you're doing. Feeling what you're doing from day one is super important, and we jump into it from day one. Why play if you can't feel it? People aren't going to feel what you're doing if you can't feel it, and chances are you'll be afraid to move forward or to play for someone if you can't feel it. But I guarantee you, if you feel it, other people are going to feel it, and it's all going to be good. And it's easier than you think. It really is. And I'll guide you through that. So whether you're a brand new beginner and want to learn basic rhythms, if you're an advanced student or an intermediate student and you want to touch up on some things, you want to further your understanding of different styles of music and how they work mechanically, how to deal with coordination, how to deal with feeling, I'm happy to work with you with that. And basic notation. And I got to say that, basic notation is a starting point, but interpretation is way more important. And, we can get into things with short sound pushes and long sound pushes, which is all getting into where and how to build tension and when to release it and what parts of your drum set you can use as a standard way. And then once you get that standard way, you can be free to create things in your own way. And it's all very exciting. And I'm happy to share all the things that I've learned over a lifetime. So how you can contact me is, for one, you can find out more about me and some of the things that I've done by going to drumsandsoundingcymbals.com. There you'll find a list of recommendations. You'll see recordings that I've made, which would be more of what I call the, what do I call it? Breakaway kind of stuff, the things that I'm doing now, as opposed to my earlier beginning to break away versus my more standard kind of thing. You'll find old and new recordings there, is what I'm trying to say. And again, you'll find that at drumsandsoundingcymbals.com. There you'll also find the contact information with email and phone number. And feel free to contact me. We'll set up a time to talk, and we'll see if taking lessons together, doing lessons together, is going to be good for us. So I'm happy to serve you.
I see the time lines on your face. Dear Father, come for me now. You run your race. I am a young man, like once were you. I have not your wisdom that touched on you. I see the time slowing of grace. Dear Mother, come hold me now with your loving embrace. I am a young man. You are my world. I've been a young child, and before my birth, what's lived is lovingly given once again. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. I can honestly tell you now, my child, so young, that life is a journey, a race to be run. Fix on